I'm Jeff Cornwall, and this is the Entrepreneurial Mind. Today our guest is Riley Vergara-Cruz, and we're going to talk about her business, Princess Parties. We'll be back to talk with her after this.
Talkapolis programming is sponsored in part by the Vane Center, now celebrating 10 years service in Nashville, Tennessee.
Welcome, Riley.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with the fact that you're 16, right?
Yes, sir. I'm 16.
You're 16 years old, and you've started a business.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how that happened.
Well, I'm involved in a acting program at Pull Tight Theater.
Okay.
And we have a scholarship program every year for the seniors.
Okay.
And we fundraise money to give a scholarship. And at the Pumpkin Fest in downtown Franklin,
Right.
they offered us a booth and we could do whatever we wanted. And so some of the seniors decided, let's dress up like princesses and ask for donations and do like a photo booth.
Right.
And so we borrowed costumes from the theater and other local theaters, and we all dressed up like princesses, and we asked for donations. And then a couple of moms would come up here and now and would ask, do you guys do this like for birthday parties and stuff? And I was like, yes. Sure, of course we can. And so I gave them my mom's business card for her hair business.
Okay.
And I was like, you can call this number and we will help you in any way possible. So I kind of just snuck it in there. It was like a last minute idea, and then it just came up this big thing.
There's been many times in my life as an entrepreneur when I've kind of faked it that way a little bit too.
Yeah.
And that's okay. So this started as a little fundraiser,
Yes.
and now is it still involved in fundraising for the program, or is this something you're doing separately now?
We have done in the past, I think it was last year, we did another fundraiser for the same thing, and we used our Dreams Do Come True. We used that as a fundraising tactic.
But going to parties, and that's your business that you're running.
Yes, sir.
Wow. All right. So you were 15 when you started the business?
Yes, sir.
So how do you what did you have to do to get this thing going? I mean, this is like a whole new world to you, right?
Yeah, I didn't really know much about it. I asked my mom to help me a lot because
Right.
I didn't know anything about paying people and like how
Right.
to get money to start
Right.
with it and all. So at first we borrowed costumes from the local theaters that me and my mom are involved with,
Okay.
and they were more than happy to help us.
Right.
And we would do a lot of free events with like schools, libraries, the Barnes & Noble we do a lot with, and that way we could just get our card out, get our name out, and then that way people would know us, and then they would, when they had a birthday party, they would be like, oh, we should call them, and so then they ended up calling us, and then we just keep doing these like free events to hand out our business cards and
So
stuff.
the free events are what we call in the business world your marketing.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. And you still do those today. It still is a great draw. But you
Yeah.
must have a lot of word of mouth now, too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you get 10 little girls at a party with a princess, and then all the other little girls want to have a princess at their party,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So then you had to start hiring princesses.
Yes, and at first I had maybe 2 girls, and they were one of my closest friends that
Right.
I do a lot of plays with.
Right.
And so I was like, hey, do you mind dressing up like Cinderella for a birthday party for me? I'll pay you. And then they were like, yeah, I'd love to. And eventually they fell in love with it, and then they told our other friends, and more and more people just kept asking, and we were like, yeah, sure, we can have more people.
So who does your bookkeeping? Who keeps track of all the books for you? Is that you having to do that yourself?
My mom does it, but she likes to sit me down with her, and she likes to explain it to me so I can kind of start understanding it and all, because
Right.
I've never taken a business class or anything, so I'm just like learning it from her.
There's actually a lot of small business owners who haven't taken a business class. They learned it just the way you are, just by doing it. So are you making money?
Yes, sir.
You're making profit.
Yes.
And what's that profit going to go toward?
Right now it's going towards my gas money,
Right.
because I gotta pay for my own gas,
Right.
and then I'm saving little and little just to like build up a little fund for like college, because gotta find a way to pay for college.
Right, right. So you're going to pay for it with princesses, huh?
Yes, sir.
And now you have boys doing this too, I understand.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. A lot of the boys they're at the birthday parties and they love the princesses, but then when we tell them, we'll tell the princesses to tell the little boys, hey, do you know Spider-Man? I know Spider-Man, he's my best friend, and they freak out and they fall in love with the princesses even more. It's really fun.
So has this given you the bug for being in business? I mean, you're interested in theater, but are you enjoying the business side of this?
Yeah, at first, freshman year, all I thought about was I wanted to be a musician. And then I slowly made my way into musical theater, and I do love musical theater, but still I wanna be a singer, wanna be a musician. But as soon as this all started, it's really changed my mind, and I really like this, and I think I'm pretty good at it. So I really want to go into music business when I go into college.
Right, or maybe entrepreneurship at Belmont. How's that?
Yeah, Belmont's one of my #1 schools right now.
All right, well, I might have you in class someday. I'd love that.
I hope so.
So tell me I mean, all of us who have businesses have one of those crazy stories of kind of the craziest, weirdest thing that's happened. What's the worst thing that's happened so far?
The worst, I don't think there's anything that's been bad.
I mean, you haven't had like a princess attacked by the kids or anything like that?
Oh, sometimes at the birthday parties, the kids get a little too excited and they'll like attack them with hugs and bring them to the ground, but then everyone just starts laughing, and so it ends up being like a cute moment. But I mean, there hasn't been anything that bad to happen.
Good.
It's been all good, smooth sailing.
Good. And you have how many princesses out there now?
15.
And are you hiring more? Are you looking for more?
Yes. A lot of our employees are seniors this year.
Oh, dear.
And they'll be going off to college.
Yeah.
So we're looking for more.
All right. Very good. Well, if there's any princesses out there watching the show, I hope they give you a call.
Thank you so much.
And I want you to give me a call when you're ready for college, because I'd love to have someone like you in our program.
Oh, thank you.
So nice to meet you, Riley.
Nice to meet you too.